Hey guys, it's I think day 11 and we're in our nation's capital, Washington D.C. and we got up this morning, grabbed some coffee, took the shuttle to downtown, and boy, this place is busy. I thought I was a city girl. No, it's kind of scary down here to me because everything's moving so fast, but it's pretty, that's for sure. Lots of nice architecture and yeah, just people. The pace is so fast for me. It's kind of crazy, but we're walking to the National Archives. It's about 10 blocks and gonna do our work today. So I'll catch up with you again at lunch. Bye.
Which building is it?
See our pretty nation's capital. It's the Capitol building. Hey, we're out at on a patio in downtown DC having dinner at the Dubliner restaurant. It's an Irish pub because guess who wanted a guess what? So we just finished our meal, and I'll put pictures in of what we had here. And then for dessert, let me show you what we got. Okay, so we couldn't decide between two of the desserts that were mentioned. So this one is the Reese's peanut butter pie. Look at that, looks yummy. And this one is the Bailey's Irish cream cheesecake. And we just decided, what the heck? We can't decide, we're on vacation, we're just gonna get both. So, don't mind if we do. Well, that was dramatic. We just got turned away about 2 blocks from the Capitol because our vehicle's too big. And so we asked if we could go forward and then loop around because we're trying to get video footage to share with you guys of the mall and the reflecting pool and Washington's monument and all that goodness right downtown in DC. And they said, no, you can't go anywhere within 2 blocks around this area because your vehicle's too big, and and then he stopped talking, so he didn't say why. He started to, and then he stopped, so. No, it's... Good afternoon, welcome to day 12. It is 12:39. We changed our plans. We were going to go for a second day to the National Archives. We're quite frankly very tired. Almost considered just like barreling all the way back home and just going straight back home because we don't really eat well on the road. If we can find a Whole Foods around and stop and pick up some healthy food that's travelable, that doesn't need to be frozen or refrigerated, then we will eat better, but a lot of times it's grab and go, and that doesn't mean healthy in most cases. So, once again, we hit the road late, kind of lingered in the room to just rest up a little bit, and found some coffee. I got a cold medium, which is the biggest coffee I've ever gotten because because I said medium thinking it was going to be about this size, which is doable for me. I probably won't drink this whole thing, but I got the iced coffee, which is yummy. Just cream and Splenda. And we grabbed some donuts because we're both hungry. And it was convenient, like I said. So we're headed to Richmond today. And we were going to stop there and stay and spend some time at the Library of Virginia, which basically houses the state's archives. But because we're tired, we may just go and see how we feel and stay in the room or rest up. I'm not quite sure. So that's where we are right now. It's kind of the agenda is up in the air. But we do have a couple people we're going to meet up with in Charlotte, so we kind of have to keep our schedule, the itinerary as it was at the beginning of the trip, unless those people can meet us at a different time. So we're waiting to hear back from one. We'll keep you posted. Bye.
Okay, how does this thing work? Oh, well, that's much better. Okay, so this is Chris, and I'm standing in for Joanne here. We've just arrived at the Virginia Archives, the Virginia State Library, and we're going to go inside and see what, if any, ancestors from Virginia that we can find. So we'll check in with you in a little bit later. How'd I do?
That was good.
I did really good.
I gotta say, we'll just be here like 2 hours.
We'll be here just like for 2 hours, and the part about me doing really good?
Yeah.
I did really good.
I just told Chris that there's these loud bird noises, and when we were walking to the, you hear that? We were walking to the library, and I told him, wow, they got loudspeakers out here because this is like the concrete jungle, and they want you to think that you're like in the jungle where the Mayan ruins are, and there's all those howler monkeys and loud birds. So he had to walk across the street and he was looking in all the trees trying to find these big birds, and he finally asked somebody, are those real birds? Oh, I just snorted.
What are you laughing about?
Nothing.
The birds are coming from over to the other side of the building.
Yep. Hi again. We've made it to Richmond. We got settled into our hotel room. And let's see, on the way here I started reading another book to Chris to kind of pass the time. I was right. He is from The Ghost Whisperer. Well, he's the co-creator and executive producer of The Ghost Whisperer. He's not actually in it. We were talking about James Van Praagh, and in the last video I finished the last book I was reading by him, which I think was called, what's it called? Something about heaven.
I am the Ghost Whisperer.
I don't remember. Talking to Heaven? Yeah, Talking to Heaven. Anyway, James Van Praagh, this one is called Heaven and Earth, and I don't know, I read about a quarter of it, so I read pretty fast too, but reading out loud slows me down, so that's still a good bit in the time that we had to get here. I was famished, and by the time we had finished at the library and came here and got settled in, Chris said, "What have we eaten today?" And like the minute he asked me that question, my stomach started hurting with hunger pains. But right before that, there was nothing. It was kind of weird. But anyway, we talked about what did we eat, and it turned out all we had was the coffee and donuts from this morning. So we were starving. By the time we picked out a restaurant and got there, I was like shaking, and I think my sugar probably plummeted, which happens on occasion. Not that I have a sugar problem, but yeah, tanking up on donuts and coffee this morning and then not eating all day was not a good thing. So we ordered right away. I didn't film because of how I was feeling, and I just dug right in when the food came. And by the way, we went to this Indian restaurant. I was craving healthy food, and if you ever want to eat just strictly healthy food, you can't go wrong with any Indian restaurant. At least I don't think so. Well, I guess there's some that would be not good Indian food, but typically Indian cuisine is better prepared and healthy for you. And Chris is shaking his head and trying to annoy me. So, what?
High fat.
He says high fat.
Fat and cream.
Well, it's like mostly vegetarian.
So it's all that cream and stuff.
Cream and stuff. Okay, whatever. So, we ordered, and these are my favorite things to order at Indian. And I get them mild because I cannot stand heat. Chris can eat hot foods. It's not in my DNA to eat hot foods. If it's mild, it's usually burning my mouth. So, we get mild, and I hope for the best. But, what am I going to say? Papadum is like those chips that have the black pepper in them, but this restaurant had a kind of a different style, and there's a dipping sauce that's very good. We enjoy that, and that was kind of an appetizer. I was like, I couldn't get there fast enough because I felt like I was going to faint. And then chicken tikka masala is cubed chicken, usually white meat, I guess, and this wonderful sort of, it's a light red sauce, so I guess it's got some kind of cream in it or yogurt. Very, very good. That's my favorite dish, chicken tikka masala. And then palak paneer is cheese cubes. It's actually spinach with like cheese cubes in it. They call it, in India, they call it tofu. And in America, they call it cottage cheese, which doesn't look anything like our cottage cheese. It's just cubed little pieces of cheese in a wonderful spinach that's kind of smooth. It's been pureed or something, and it's probably got spices in it. Delicious. So we had that, and it comes with their rice, which I think is usually a basmati, a white rice, and it's very, very, very good. I could eat the stuff every day. And I don't typically go for ethnic foods, but I love Indian food. It's divine. So we came back. We ran out of some, what do you call them, unmentionables? Yeah, I'll just say that. And had to do some laundry, so we went down and put some clothes in the laundry machine here at the hotel, and that should be done in half an hour. In the meantime, we're both vegging out. I'm probably going to try to work on some editing so I can get this day along with day 10, so it'll be day 10 and 11 together, uploaded onto the computer so I can say good night, because I'm probably going to play on the computer a little while. Oh, and by the way, I enjoy reading your comments. Some of you have already given me some ideas for future videos when I get home, including more about my drapery workroom and sewing machines, and some questions for me and Chris. How long have we been married? Oh, I'll just go ahead and give you that one. No, I think I'll make you wait. So I'm going to call it a night. And it's an early night, and I'm thrilled because I need to catch up on sleep. Plan tomorrow is to go to the library, possibly. Chris is going to work a little. We are going to drive to Charlotte, North Carolina. So I will catch up with you in the morning. Good night.